Now going over to the business blunder of the day, you have the Ford Bronco being recalled yet again, now 15 times. Now this is brought to us thanks to specifically, in terms of the specific article, well, I actually have two things here, by Road and Track. Now going to the statistics on, well, what's been recalled thus far? Probably easier to make a list of what things in the car haven't broken yet. Sorry, SUV. Now, this is just from Grok, or the AI from Twitter. They say, quote, Ford Bronco has had at least 15 recalls for various model years based on available data from sources like the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, Ford's official recall site, and other support reports. So far, they've recalled the rear shock absorbers, the engine intake valves, rear quarter glass panels, child safety lock, seatbelt latch, steering gear, rear view camera, transmission bolt, thread label, child safety lock malfunction, windshield detachment, fuel injector leaks, 12-volt battery issues, steering gear, flickering parking lamp, brake caliper issue. So, I can't believe people bought these things, but yeah, 15 recalls. Now, the latest one. Looks like, whoops, now the camera's not working. Now, again, this is credited to Road and Track, and they say, quote, Ford recalls 289,000 Broncos F-Series pickups, other models for backup camera problems. I'm sorry, I should put a visual disclaimer. You're going to have to see a Ford product on the screen. Ugh, it's disgusting. I'm only partially kidding. It doesn't look like the worst Ford product, though that's low bar. And they say, quote, the federal mandated safety feature isn't working correctly for a wide swath of truck and SUV owners. Wah, wah. And they say, quote, Ford's been on something of a recall roll in the past couple months, as now issues with backup cameras have become the least in the span of issues requiring vehicles to return home to the dealer to fix it. Specifically, hundreds of thousands of Broncos, F-Series, Expeditions, Lincolns struggle with blank, distorted, or simply broken images for the rear view cameras. The precise number of Ford included at the National Highway Traffic Administration recall sits at 289,618 units. Jeez Louise. You know, it affects all the major products, including the Ford F-150, which is, again, I would say their Halo, not their Halo car, but it's the vehicle that people associate with most of the brand, and it's where they make most of their profit. And they say that Ford's Burley pickups and Expedition lines are being recalled for the backup cameras as well. They can actually display intermittent blank or distorted images due to the corrosion of the terminal header connector. They say the piece is internal to the camera and can easily lead to a loss of rear view image, while explaining in the National Highway Safety Traffic Administration filing. Ford says it can trace the issue back to a damaged solder reflow over the first tier supplier, to an unauthorized change to the camera's print circuit board terminal header tooling by the camera inspect. There will be no warning when the issue arises, recall filings explain. Whoops. Well, that's not great. They say the recall connected to the Ford Broncos lineup is manifested in a similar way, but the root issue is a bit different. Of course. They explain that the loss of the rearview camera image on select Broncos is associated with fretting corrosion on internal camera connector, specifically on the tin-plated contact surfaces. Plus, Ford says that some of the internal connectors were misaligned during the manufacture process, resulting in degraded surface connectivity and loss of video frames. There will also be no warning when this breaks. Jeez Louise. So I was going to say, at this point, what left is there to say? Again, they've had 40 recalls this year, more than any other company, with a record 5 recalls in a single day. Granted, one of those recalls is like 250 units, pretty negligible, but still technically counts as a recall. So I gotta say, Ford, having yet another recall, especially with your most important profitable vehicles, gotta say, Ford, you are certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.